Hi, teacher.
Hello. How are you, Janice?
Fine.
Fine?
I'm tired.
Yes, it was a long week.
Yes.
But are you excited for the weekend?
Mm, More or less. I think. How do you say descansar?
Rest.
Rest. Because my two jobs
Mhm.
absorbing my day.
Yes, no, that's too much.
Yes.
In that plus last week's weekend, that
Yes.
was too much activity. You need
Yes.
to stay in your house, get your pajamas, watch a movie, relax, no?
Yes. And coffee.
Some coffee, some cookies. Yes, exactly. Popcorn. Order popcorn on Rappi.
Yes.
No? That's good. That's good. It's time for relax. And yeah, then let's practice a little bit of English in this moment. No? We need to practice English
Okay.
and we need to continue with yesterday's yesterday's lesson. No? We were going to check the rest of the exam. Remember? Yesterday we studied the the example in the first exercise. So today we are going to finish this exercise. Let's go through B1 preliminary. B1 preliminary test. Let's continue the exercise that we were doing. There we are. Perfect. So yesterday we saw that there is a specific point in the audio that provides the answer to the exercise, right? They give you a particular. We saw that. Oh Jesus! They give you a particular. There is a specific answer that helps you understand what is happening in the photos. It was very important to know some vocabulary. Yesterday we learned vocabulary like hang, fall off, and damage, which are B1 vocabulary. Vocabulary in this exercise, right? Do you have any question with the vocabulary? Hang, fall off, and damage?
No, in this moment, no.
It's easy, no? Easy to understand.
Yes.
Okay. What about Janice? Do you understand the vocabulary?
Yes, teacher.
Yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. So let's go through the exercise. Listen. Yesterday was the window, no? The window, so let's go to the next. Attention. Wait. Here we are. Attention. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
2. What present does the man decide to take?
My boss has invited me to dinner at his house tomorrow night, but I don't know what sort of present I should take.
I suppose flowers are best, but it's not a good time of year for them. And people always take chocolates. That's really boring. What about a plant?
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates than with a plant, actually. But thanks for the ideas anyway.
Okay. Do you have the answer?
Could you repeat, please?
Yes, of course. Second repetition. In the exam, you won't have a chance to listen again, eh? Only one. But okay, for the training, let's repeat it a second time. Let's go.
2. What present does the man decide to take?
My boss has invited me to dinner at his house tomorrow night, but I don't know what sort of present I should take.
I suppose flowers are best, but it's not a good time of year for them. And people always take chocolates. That's really boring. What about a plant?
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates than with a plant, actually. But thanks for the ideas, anyway.
All right. Do you have the answer now?
Chocolate.
Okay, Jenny says chocolate, and Luis?
I think it's not chocolate, but I don't know what about of the others.
Eliminate off. What about the others?
What about others?
Okay, but do you have an answer?
I think it could be the plant.
The plant, interesting. Okay, so let's figure it out. Yesterday, Janice participated, so this time let's go with Luis. Okay, let's listen to this.
Invited me to dinner at his house tomorrow night, but I don't know what sort of present I should take.
I suppose flowers are best, but it's not a good time of year for them. And people always take chocolates. That's really boring. What about a plant?
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates than with a plant, actually.
What did he say in this idea, Luis?
The man is agree with the woman.
Okay.
About chocolates is boring.
Okay, let's check for a moment what you are saying, because you are speaking Spanglish. Agree is a verb. So let's repeat. I think. What do you think?
Man.
The man.
Is.
Agree is a verb.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think the man agrees.
Much better.
With the woman.
With the
agrees
woman.
with the woman.
Excellent. In what does he agree?
About chocolate.
Sounds good.
It's a present boring.
A present boring. Switch. Spanglish.
Yes. Is a boring present.
A boring present. Excellent. Very good. Okay, you have a good idea. Yes, he agrees that chocolates are boring, but he says something in particular, a very specific thing in this section. Listen.
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates than with a plant, actually.
Go. What did he say?
I don't know.
Try again.
Please.
About a plant?
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates than with a plant, actually.
I think they'll happy. They're happy with chocolates. Chocolates.
Listen, teacher.
Sorry, I was speaking with myself. So the person eliminate they, Luis. Why? Yes, they need to be happy, but in this case, you need to be happy too with the present. Like it's mutual. You need to be happy and they will be happy. So the person is not they. Listen again.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolates than with a plant, actually. But thanks for the idea. I think I'd be happier with the...
I think that will happy.
Perfect. Perfect. Who will be happy?
We. They and me.
Close. No? The phonetic doesn't match. Listen again.
That's really boring. What about a plant?
I think I'd be happier...
I think that I think will happy. No.
Okay, eliminate that. The problem is that you are listening that. Phonetics don't match. Listen again.
With the boring... I think I'd be happier with the... I think I'd be happier...
I think I be happy.
Exactly. I think I'd be happy. With what would you be happy? Listen again.
I think I'd be happier with the boring chocolates.
I think I be happy with the boring chocolates.
That's the answer, brother. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, option letter?
B.
Exactly. Exactly. I think I'd be happy with the boring chocolates. See? So, yes, he considers that the chocolates are a boring present, but this is the best option for him.
Exactly.
You see? It's about understanding, taking your time to understand the very, very specific information. If you have the ability to listen to a specific information, you can pass to the next level. That's the important part. Okay?
Okay.
Let's try with the next one. Next question. Which is the woman's jacket? We have 3 different jackets. They look very similar, but they are not. Listen.
3. Which is the woman's jacket?
Excuse me, has anyone found my jacket? I left it on the plane. It's grey with 2 buttons down the front and 1 on each sleeve.
Anything in the pockets, madam?
I don't think so.
Yes, I've got it here.
Does everybody have the answer?
Yeah, teacher.
Sí.
See in English or see in Spanish? Janice.
English.
Okay, so you say yes.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Okay. So, which one is the answer, Caesar?
The letter C, teacher.
Letter C. Okay, why letter C?
Because she said 2 pockets in front, and the letter
Okay.
A don't have pockets.
Don't?
No. Doesn't
Okay.
have pockets.
Doesn't have pockets. Okay, and what about letter B? Letter B has pockets.
Yeah, because she. I'm a little confused because she said no, yeah, it's letter B because she said no said open, but I don't remember that the word she used for refer don't have buttons.
Interesting. So now it's not letter C, it's letter B.
Yeah, no, I'm a little confused because
Ah,
don't listen very well, but she said a specific thing with her jacket.
well, of course, that's the reason they see exercise. She mentions characteristics of the jacket, but you need to pay attention to the detail. Okay,
Yeah,
and you cannot change one option and another. You know, in the exam you only have one chance,
yeah.
right? So listening. That's the most important part. Let's listen again.
With 2 buttons down the front.
What did she say there?
Have 2 pockets in the front.
Incorrect. Eliminate pocket. Listen again.
It's grey with 2 buttons down the front.
Okay. Pock on.
Puck on. The phonetic that you are listening is not in the audio. The phonetic that you listen is this. You identify this symbol, no?
Yeah.
That's the reason you are saying pocket, and puck. But it's not puck. This is not the phonetic. It's this. Listen again.
With 2 buttons down the front. And
Pot, pot, pot on the front.
But on the front. But on the front. But
But
on the
but
front.
button.
It
Button.
matches, no?
Yeah, button on the front.
Exactly. How many buttons did she say?
A and C.
A and C. How many buttons did she mention?
2 button. No, I don't know, teacher.
Okay, let's listen again.
with 2 buttons down the front.
Yeah, two button in the front.
Two what?
2 button.
Contradictory. Two is two. Plural. In button is singular.
2 buttons.
Okay. Two buttons. Two buttons where?
In front.
Close. The connector is not in. Listen again.
With 2 buttons down the front. And
2 buttons on the front.
Eliminate on. What is the opposite of up?
Down.
Pronunciation?
Down.
Okay. Listen again.
Down the front.
Okay, 2 buttons down the front.
Contradictory again.
2 buttons
Contradictory. Button is singular.
buttons. Sorry.
Okay.
Buttons down the front.
Correct. Automatically with the buttons, you can understand that it's letter A and letter C, as you say.
It is letter C, teacher.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because letter A don't have 2 buttons down.
Don't is plural.
Two buttons down on the front.
But you said don't. The letter A has again, repeat.
Yeah, the letter A don't. Doesn't.
Okay.
Doesn't have
Mhm.
2 buttons down on the front.
Yeah, you have 2 buttons down in the front, 1 and 2.
Okay, I in the how do you say sleeves? The letter A don't have button.
The letter A
It doesn't have buttons in the sleeves.
Excellent, very good. And what does she say about the sleeves?
I'm supposed because she said down, and the sleeves is down.
Exactly. So you are supposing.
Yeah.
You are not sure. Listen again. This is listening exercise, not supposition exercise.
Okay.
Okay, let's listen again. Continue.
A with 2 buttons down the front and 1 on each sleeve.
And one I don't understand the word, and she said next the sleeves.
Sleeve, exactly. Did she say sleeve or sleeves?
Sleeves.
That's important.
And she
Plural?
said sleeves. Yeah, plural.
Incorrect.
No?
Listen again.
And 1 on each sleeve.
Oh, okay. 1 awning?
But answer my question. Did she say sleeve or sleeves?
Sleeve. In
So
singular.
it's singular. Then the information before need to match the sleeve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't understand what is the description for a sleeve.
I know, but you need to think about a singular description. That's the point of this. Because first you need to identify if sleeve is singular or plural. Because the complete idea depends on that.
Okay.
There is only one description that can be used to indicate both sleeves in singular.
Okay.
Give me a description similar to every. On every sleeve.
I don't know.
Anyone help? Description similar to every. Janice, Luis, similar to any. No, similar to every. There is a book for every student. There is a book for Student. What is a synonym?
Each.
Each.
That's it. Exactly.
Each.
You see?
Yeah.
Listen again.
Front and one on each sleeve.
One. Each sleeve.
And the connector? There is a syllable after one. Listen again.
And one on each sleeve.
Two.
Again.
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Two, but are we... Two is
No.
the connector for the destination. Are we
Yeah.
speaking about destination?
No.
By context is impossible. And by context and by phonetics. By phonetics, he never says two.
No.
Wanna check again?
Okay.
Front and one on each sleeve.
She said one on each sleeve.
Exactly. You need to think, Cesar, about what preposition do you use when you have something, a decoration on a surface. Do you know what is a surface?
No, teacher.
A surface is, for example, a table. Is a plain surface, a plain area where I can collocate my things and my decorations. This is when I say on a surface, I put my glass on the table, I put my computer on the table, and I have 5 buttons on my shirt. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what you need to give a definition to the connectors.
Oh.
Connector 2 is impossible because it's destination. Connector in is impossible because in is for interiors. You put things in the bag, in your house, in your room. This is three-dimensional, but clothes are not three-dimensional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, connector for three-dimensional things?
On.
Three-dimensional.
Okay. Under. No.
Where is your bed?
Into?
Close. Where is your bed?
In.
But answer the question. Where is your bed?
In my
room.
Room. Yeah.
The room is three-dimensional, so the bed is in the room, like Louis said.
Okay.
You see in?
Yeah.
What is the connector for destination? Go, travel, arrive. We use the connector? To. Only in this situation, not with objects.
Yeah.
But connector for surface. For example, if I have a patch on my yes, I am saying the connector, a patch on my jacket, right?
Yeah,
A stain on my shirt, ketchup on my shirt.
yeah,
You see? And this is the connector that the woman is using.
Buttons down the front and one on each sleeve.
yeah. One on each in a sleeve.
In, but
No,
sleeve is not three-dimensional.
no.
It's
On
impossible.
a sleeve.
On what sleeve? On the right or the left?
Two sleeve.
How do you say both? Every,
Each.
each. So one more time.
Each on a sleeve.
Switch.
No, on is on each sleeve.
How many sleeves are there?
Two.
Two. So eliminate a. Because a is similar to one.
Yeah, is for singular.
Exactly.
Okay. On each the sleeve.
Again, how many sleeves are there?
Okay, two. Eliminate
Two.
that.
Eliminate that because that is for one. Exactly.
On each sleeve.
On each sleeve, that's it. Exactly. Now, this is super important. I think your natural structure is affecting your listening because naturally you are including words that are not necessary, like an, the, connectors in, on, at, fundamental to know the difference. What else? These specific words, these can change the result of the exam. So study these connectors because this is super fundamental. Okay, Cesar?
Okay.
Complete idea. What is your jacket? Which is the woman's jacket?
The letter C.
Why?
Is the letter C the option?
Why?
Because in this part she described the jacket is gray and have two.
I have, you have, and the jacket?
Has.
Okay.
And the jacket has two buttons in front.
That was not the literal speech that she said. Where
Yeah.
was the buttons?
On front.
What is the opposite of up?
Down.
Down. So
Yeah,
what did
I
she say?
remember.
Okay.
She said the jacket is gray. Has two buttons down and
Down where? Down the back?
down front.
Okay.
And on each sleeve.
And what on each sleeve?
A one. No,
Okay.
one. Yeah, a one is not necessary.
Contradictory.
And one on each sleeve.
Excellent. One what?
She referred the buttons. She speak the buttons and she said
She
the
referred.
buttons down.
The first expression was correct. She refer. I refer. You refer. And she.
She refers.
Refers.
The buttons in jacket.
Exactly. In jacket again?
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
three-dimensional. Or what jacket?
She's jacket.
Jeez.
No. Woman's jacket.
But why are you saying woman's? It's not necessary to say woman's. Which jacket? What is the article for specific things?
Okay. It.
Yeah, again, listen to my indication. What is the article for specific things?
The.
So which jacket?
The gray.
Not
jacket.
necessary. When I say which jacket, it's because when you say only jacket, you are talking in general.
Yeah.
You need to say the jacket.
The jacket.
Complete idea.
The jacket is gray, has 2 buttons on down.
Down where?
Front.
Down front, okay.
And 1 each sleeve.
1 each sleeve. Where is the button?
And on
One each on sleeve. One
Switch.
One each on sleeve.
Uh-oh, you too, Luis, switch.
No, it's 1 on each sleeve.
Exactly, 1 on each sleeve. Exactly. It's on each sleeve, not each on sleeve, you know? Each on doesn't make sense. Yes, that's the answer. Very good. This specific conversation, guys, is a fundamental conversation for a B1. I am not probably I am strict in the structure, but it's because if you don't have a correct structure in this moment, you will have massive issues in the next level. Massive. You will not be able to build a sentence. And the next level contains a lot of redaction, writing, speaking, and especially listening that has all these components in a normal way. So you need to dominate these structures, okay, in order to continue. This is fundamental. Spanglish cannot be used in B2. That's not going to work in the next level. That's why I insist on the structure. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right, so let's go fast. So the next one, number 4. Which sport is not included in the price of the holiday? Okay, let's listen.
4. Which sport is not included in the price of the holiday?
Hello, this is the travel agency returning your call. You left a message about the holiday you've booked, asking which sports are included in the cost. There is an extra charge for windsurfing, but if you want to play golf, that's free for all hotel guests, and horse riding is also available at no extra charge, which is good because I think you were especially interested in that. Let me know if I can help you with any other information. Goodbye.
That was fast. Janice! Woohoo! Are you ready?
No, teacher.
Come on, Janice, you can do this. I believe in you, okay?
Letter C.
Letter C. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, letter C. Are you sure, Janice?
Yes.
Why?
He said that he can play golf.
Okay. And that's it?
And had cost extra cost
Mhm.
for I don't know surfing. No.
Very good, very good. Extra cost. Okay, probably you need to understand the question. Read the question again. Mhm.
Letter B.
Why? But read the question again.
Which sports is not included in this price of the holiday?
Do you know what is holiday?
Vacations.
Mm-hmm. So if you listen in the audio extra price, this is the answer.
Yes.
Which one did the audio say?
Surf.
Surf? Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's listen.
There is an extra charge for windsurfing.
What did he say?
Which something.
Wish something? Okay, let's listen again.
There is an extra charge for windsurfing.
No.
No?
No.
What is the expression similar to say not included? About money. Expression similar to say not included.
No, I don't.
Come on. Not included.
No, I don't know.
What is similar to additional?
Extra.
Extra. And similar to cost?
Charge. Charge.
Pronunciation?
Charge. No.
Kinda. You are close, eh? You are close. Pronunciation?
Charge.
This is together.
Desire. No. Desire.
No, that's
Charge.
right. Pronunciation. Listen. It represents a CH.
Charge.
Not J. Please.
Charge.
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 Okay.
So similar to additional cost?
Extra charge.
Exactly. Listen again.
There is an extra charge for windsurfing.
That is an extra charge for surfing.
Excellent. For surfing. Close. This is not surfing.
Wind.
Complete.
That is an extra charge. Search.
Search is Google.
Charge.
Charge. Okay, again.
That is an extra charge for windsurfing.
Very good. Finally, well, the answer is correct, precisely. The windsurfing is not included in the holiday, but question. He never says that is. He never says that because that's not. It's impossible that he said that. Okay. What is expression for existence? Level 1.
The.
Expression for existence.
There.
And if you see the pronunciation for there in British English, look at how the R is in parentheses.
Yes.
In British English, they don't pronounce there.
There.
They pronounce the.
The. Okay.
The. Listen.
There is an extra charge for windsurfing in the cost. There is an extra charge for windsurfing.
Yes. There.
Yes or no?
That.
That. Exactly. Complete idea in British English?
The extra charge.
Incomplete. What is necessary for there?
There is.
Exactly.
There is an extra charge for windsurfing.
Nice, but be careful with your pronunciation. This is a charger.
Charge. Charge.
Charger. Charge. Okay. So again?
There is a. There. There is an extra charger for
Charger?
charge
Okay.
for windsurfing.
Yes, my lady. There is an extra charge for windsurfing. That's correct. Be careful, Cesar, on the chat. It's not is there, it's a question. Affirmation, there is. Okay? All right. Next one. Which postcard will they send? Watch the postcard carefully and listen.
5. Which postcard will they send?
We mustn't forget to send Mum a postcard. How about this one with a picture of the castle?
Well, it's nice, but it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town instead? Or perhaps one of the garden pictures, if you think she'd prefer it. Look at the cottage and all the flowers.
I think your first idea was better. We could put a cross to show where we're staying.
Right then, let's do that.
Luis, what did you understand?
I don't understand enough.
Okay. Do you need a second repetition?
Yes.
Let's go.
5. Which postcard will they send?
We mustn't forget to send Mum a postcard. How about this one with a picture of the castle?
Well, it's nice, but it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town instead? Or perhaps one of the garden pictures, if you think she'd prefer it. Look at the cottage and all the flowers.
I think your first idea was better. We could put a cross to show where we're staying.
Right then, let's do that.
What do you have?
I don't know. I don't know what's the name of the sea. What is it? The sea. B is castle. No? A is beach or
Correct.
But see, what is see? I don't understand about it.
It's like the front of a house with a garden, the windows.
Okay.
Hmm?
Is letter C?
Letter C. How do you know that?
Because the picture about the castle,
Mhm.
it was proposed
Excellent.
to the picture about beach,
Mhm.
to was proposed.
Pronunciation? Proposing best?
Proposed.
Okay, okay.
Proposed. But the final decision of the girl,
Mhm.
I understand that mm, she choose.
Present choose. Past?
Okay. Choice.
Choice is a concept. No, no, no. Chose.
No. Choose.
Chose.
Chose. Okay. She chose mm, something to have flowers or kind of, no?
Okay. Close. You're very close because you listen all the concepts very well, but the answer in particular is incorrect. There is something important at the end. Listen to the end.
It's to show where we're staying.
Right then, let's do that. And all the flowers.
I think your first idea was better.
What did she say?
I think
Uh-huh.
the faster
Oh. Okay.
there will better.
This is going to be the first part to correct. What is the number one in ordinal numbers?
In ordinal numbers?
Number one in ordinal numbers.
Number one. One.
Ordinal numbers. Order. Second, third, fourth.
Okay, first.
Exactly. The word that you are listening is not. What did you say originally? You said for or fra or whatever.
I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Memory. The word is first. Listen again.
I think your first idea was better.
I think the faster.
Oh, yeah, you're saying faster. Let's go to the dictionary. Let's check the pronunciation.
Okay. Yes, I think the first.
Exactly.
There
Do
was
you
better.
remember what we said yesterday about British accent?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
Yes. Do you remember what we said about British accent yesterday?
Yes.
What happens to what letters sound different in British?
For example, the American people pronounce first, no? And the British people first.
Exactly. What phonetic do they omit?
R.
Correct. The letter R and
The letter
T
R.
sound different. So she's not saying faster. She's saying first. Listen again.
I think your first idea was better.
I think the first there was better. No.
The first what?
Excuse me?
The first what?
The first postcard is better. Is better.
Close. She never said postcard. What is similar to when you invent something? You have
an idea.
Correct. Listen again.
Your first idea was better.
I think the first idea was better.
Exactly. Better in British English sounds better.
Better.
Without the R.
Better.
So what was the first idea? You see? It's very easy to understand this part.
The castle, no? The castle is the...
Close. Close. You need to listen again. The man.
Okay.
Okay, let's listen again. But before we listen again, let's give a little pause because Jessie will take attendance. Okay? Jessie, hello.
Hi, good night. Thank you.
Go.
So I will say attendance, please.
Yes.
Is here Janet? Jan?
Hi, yes.
Hi, Jan. Thank you. Luis?
Hi, yes.
Hi, Luis. Thank you. Michael?
Absent.
All right. Raúl?
Who?
Nope. Raúl?
Raúl. No, absent.
All right. Robert?
Robert, absent.
All right. Xochitl?
Xochitl, absent.
And Cés.
I'm here.
Yes, of
Thank
course.
you, Cés.
Thank you too, Lucy.
No, you're welcome. So that's all. Thank you, everybody.
That's all, girl.
Have a good night.
Good night, Jessie. Thank you.
You too, yes. Bye.
See you.
Excellent. So let's listen to the first idea. Okay, attention.
Yes.
Well, it's nice, but it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town instead? Or perhaps one of the garden pictures, if you think she'd prefer it. But it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town instead?
Action.
Oh, he said, what about? What about the picture of beach instead?
Exactly. Yes, of course. He didn't say picture, but beach is correct.
Postcard?
No.
Okay.
Eliminate postcard. They never say postcard.
Okay.
What is the similar to scene? Panoramic. No? Sound. Ooh,
View?
Excellent.
View?
Very good. Ooh, we rescue. Exactly. Listen again.
Beach and town instead. Or perhaps one of the garden pictures. but it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town?
No, I don't understand. I don't understood.
Past again. I. What did you say again? Repeat what you say. I what?
What about?
No. Repeat the part of understand. Can you repeat that?
Okay.
I
didn't understand.
Okay.
I didn't understand.
I didn't understand. Okay. So let's repeat.
What about a view of the beach and town instead?
Okay. What about a build?
Build.
The build. What
Do you
about the build?
remember again similar to panoramic?
Okay, yes. What about a view?
Exactly, eliminate build.
What about a view? Of the beach?
Exactly.
Instead?
What about a view of the beach instead? This is the first idea. If you listen the complete audio, the first idea of him is the view on the beach. Let's listen the complete audio.
5. Which postcard will they send?
We mustn't forget to send Mum a postcard. How about this one with a picture of the castle?
Well, it's nice, but it's not where we're actually staying. What about a view of the beach and town instead?
The girl said, what about the view of the castle, no?
Exactly, the picture of a castle, right? But in the final part, she mentions, I prefer or I like, something like that.
Yes, I think the first idea was better.
Close. Whose first idea?
About castle, no? About castle.
Whose is the question for possession?
About she?
Incorrect. He says.
About he?
Exactly. What is the possessive for he?
His.
His. And if I am the person, the possessive is?
If. Him.
If I am the person, what is the possessive? I am the idea.
Mine.
Contrary for I.
Okay. Your.
Exactly.
Your.
Listen again.
And all the flowers.
To show where our idea was better.
Flowers.
Idea was better. Idea was better. I think your first idea was better.
Yes. I think your first idea was better.
Exactly. Your first idea, not my first idea.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
You see? Now you can know what is the answer?
A.
Exactly. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. That's not an easy answer. I think I lied to you guys. You can listen the audio twice in the exam. Why you can listen the audio twice? Because sometimes it's necessary to listen the first idea again, similar to this exercise. When the woman says, I like the first idea, uh-oh, what was the first idea? I need to listen again. So in the exam, you will have two chances. One, for the complete audio, and two, if it's necessary to listen a previous reference, like in this example. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, teacher.
What did I say? What is the instruction?
We must to care about of twice ideas, no?
Yes, because they will probably have a reference for previous ideas. They will say, the first is better. I prefer the first. Let's take the first idea. And then, oh, okay, I need to listen again, right, to identify the first. This is the point of the exercise.
Yes.
Difficult, yes, but
So it's important to listen the beginning.
Yes, totally. And if it's
until the final, no?
Oh, exactly. The complete segment, the full segment. And if you didn't understand the first part, pay attention in the second. Probably you have a reference. That's the thing about this exercise. Cesar is saying that he loves this exercise. I am very happy that you love it because it's very similar to the audios in the videos, the gossip structure, because we are practicing our listening. But it's super important that you have very, very accelerated process of listening. Okay? So that was a very, very good job. Let's finish the class for today. Have a very nice weekend, and we continue on Monday. Okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Very good class, guys. See you Monday.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
guys.
you. Good night, everybody. See you Monday.
Guys.
Bye.
Thank you for
Good
coming.
night.